Yo. Charlie, that's all.
Come hijack it.
Go hijack it.
I hijack
It had to do with a huge relocation of Ghana Waterworks. In fact, almost every space within the runabout had a pipeline, and these pipelines have been there since time immemorial. Even the Ghana Water themselves did not know exactly where some of these lines are. You needed to try identify all these pipes and try within a densely populated area, find new spaces to be able to reconnect all these new lines, first making sure that water supply is not cut, and then do these things. So it took a lot of time. That notwithstanding, if you consider the viaduct one, out of about 196 bores that needed to be done, the contractor has done 59 of them, which is about 30%. And then with the piles, the contractor had, that is viaduct 2. With the piles, there are 84. The contractor has completed all of the 84, so it's 100% complete. The same viaduct 2, we have what we call the park ups. There are 12 of them. The contractor has completed 8, forming about 67%. And then the piers, a total number of 30, the contractor has done 21, with about, which forms about 70%. So on that note, even though in totality the progress is not much, but if you look at work that has been done, which is not measured into this progress, I think that the contractor has done very well, and he is on it and still continue to do all other activities.
Before the end of 2028. We are most welcome, Honorable Minister, and it's a privilege, and our team on ground are very dedicated and will deliver this to honor your office, and we like the commitment that you have shown, the privilege to honor our IPCs for the period. We are grateful on behalf of the Rango Board, extend our gratitude to His Excellency the President and the people of Ghana for keeping this as a priority project under the big push. Thank you very much.
The Chief Director and all the directors from the ministry. The last time we were officially here, the project was stalled, and we were all very unhappy because of the importance of this project. As you may recall, President Mahama inherited this project from the previous administration, but as of the end of 2024, just like many other major projects across the country, this project stalled mainly because of funding. As of the time the project stalled, the contractor's certificate unpaid was close to $30 million, and that is actually the main reason the project stalled. It didn't stall because the contractor did not have capacity or there was a design challenge or anything. This and many other projects stalled because the contractors worked, raised certificate, and they were not paid. And in the case of this particular one, was close to $30 million. This project is so important to KUMASI, and in the design of this Swami interchange, because those of us who know that the most traveled corridor in our country is the Accra-KUMASI corridor. And unfortunately, we channel all that traffic through Swami interchange before it gets distributed, whether going to the north or the other side of KUMASI. So the idea of building an interchange was properly placed. But the point is, if you were to do many levels of the interchange and the link roads remain whatever it is now, it was still not going to solve the problem. When the project stalled, we did an evaluation of the situation. As a big city, such as KUMASI, we expect that the distribution of traffic should not necessarily be only from the center. Most big cities distribute traffic from the periphery. So they build a ring around it. London or anything, they have their own orbitals that they built. So whilst the Swami interchange was a good idea. A better idea was to completely remove the traffic from coming to choke the interchange in the first place. So we inherited and continue to make sure that the Swami interchange project will be completed. The first thing President Mahama did was that, though in his bid to become president the second time, he outlined what he called his road infrastructure master plan as big push, did not include existing projects. When he was elected, knowing the scale, the importance of some of the projects, he decided to add some of them. The Ofankor Road, the Kaswa, Winneba, the Swami Interchange, and many other projects. It means we needed to provide for these in addition to his own Big Push project. And he did that by directing that we capture this project, do the cost to complete, go to Parliament, get approval, budget it, and then make sure we pay the outstanding certificates for all this. So if you notice, a few weeks ago, I also said that all outstanding certificates on the Kaswa project, which at the time was about $78 million, was paid. And that is why you see that project ongoing now. Just last week, we were at Kaswa to Winneba, and you saw works progressing. In the case of the Swami Interchange, we were owing about $29.5 million. That has fully been paid as well. And this is at the time that we are not able to borrow money, and we are not able to do anything extra. When cocoa prices are down and everything, President Mahama is able to do this simply because of prudence and efficiency of managing the economy. So it is very clear that President Mahama is not a president that came to abandon any project. And indeed, as of 2 weeks ago, President Mahama directed and his finance minister paid arrears to contractors in excess of 12 billion Ghana cedis. Almost all that money was works awarded before he came. They were not projects awarded by him. These were projects he inherited. The question is, what happened in 2017? Did the then government actually decide to just allow project to continue and pay? No, they didn't do that. They suspended and said they were doing investigation. And as a result, I actually consider the collapse of the Cocoa Road project because of the delay instead of continuing the project, saying they are doing investigation. This is what reset means to President Mahama. As we stand here today, the contractor has already confirmed that by the end of this year, this section of the road will be fully completed, which is very good news to Asanteman. And then we are still back on schedule to complete the interchange itself. We just came from the inspection of the bypass, which is a 47 kilometers in about 3 billion. So in effect, we are not taking a cedi out of the Swami interchange project. We are rather adding 3 billion Ghana cedi rather to enhance the impact of this and the bypass. So Asanteman can rest assured that President Mahama means well. We intend to complete this project by the end of 2028, as the contractor says. But the section on which we are standing now will be completed by the end of this year. And then works will progressing on the bypass as well. As you heard me when we visited the palace recently to brief Otumfuo, works in terms of feasibility and design and some level of clearing is also ongoing at the Accra-KUMASI Expressway. That project is live and is coming on, and a combination of this project will make life in the city of Kumasi even better. So we want to thank the contractors. I know their schedule is a bit different because they were offside because they were not paid. Now that we have paid them, they've remobilized, and I saw them even working in the night yesterday. And I understand that they are going to try to do more hours than the normal hours to make sure they claw back all the time they lost. The idea, contractor, the idea is that let's not say we'll complete this project by the end of 2028. Let's aim for middle of 2028 so that if we can do it ahead of schedule, as the consultant said, there are other link roads that would enhance this project that we needed to consider. The link from the interchange towards Mampong. We just use that road now in a very terrible shape in terms of the traffic volume. So like I've been saying, even if we had completed the 4th year without doing that road, we were not going to be able to deal with the issue. So we are very intentional about what we want to do in Asanteman, and even some other linked roads linking the interchange here, and some other projects within the metropolis that are necessary. This morning I had a discussion with the contractor and agencies regarding the road leading to Sewia. President Mahama intends to make that project completed within the shortest period of time. As you know, GE is in a bit of distress. It is not really fit for purpose in terms of a hospital befitting KUMASI. That is why President Mahama was doing Sewa in the first place. That project is nearing completion. We need to do the road linking to Sewa to be able to fully utilize it. So the attention of Asanteman KUMASI is fully within the scope of President Mahama, and we are not going to take off our attention. We are going to make sure that all this is done within reasonable time.
Minister,
we expect almost 40 to 50% of the traffic that actually come to choke the Swami interchange to be taken away completely, and also open a new growth area around KUMASI, so that sometimes if you don't have anything to do in the center, you can just hit the orbital and then you can get to wherever you are going. So it will actually enhance. It's not merely taking away the traffic, it's actually enhancing the experience of using the Swami interchange. Any other roads linking KUMASI that needed to have attention. We are speaking of what we are doing right now and what we need to do in the short to medium term to enhance what we are doing now. There are many other projects that are going on currently that are too many to be mentioned as we speak, because the significance are more of the local roads in the various districts within the municipality, and then the other area. So we are working on all of them at the same time.
Honorable Regional Minister,
for his commitment to the region, and most definitely for prioritizing the road activities here in the region. Last year I was here with him. Together we inspected the work that has been done. We had a challenge with Ghana Water and their pipes, and with his intervention we were able to help talk to the city managers and help talk to citizens to agree with us to turn off the Ghana Water supply for some brief period, which was done and has helped with the relocation of those huge pipes that were being an obstacle to the work. Again, we had a store, as you rightly said, and thankfully the 2026 budget under the which has captured it, and we are back at site again. We are hopeful that we don't have a break, and we will make sure that the timelines are rightfully met. So I want to thank the Minister, I want to thank the President for prioritizing Ashanti region and our routes for that matter. We are still inspecting, so I'm sure the other ones that link Ahojo and then the Arc, the Bekwai roundabout, and then the Santasi roundabout, the KUMASI Sunyani Road Phase 2, that is from the Mukpa area, and also there's a big push project ongoing now from Agogo to Mame Krobo. As you mentioned, most of these are to serve the other districts. We are in KUMASI, the reason why he's focusing on KUMASI, but all other districts should know that there are works ongoing in making sure that their communities and their capitals are accessible to the good people of Ashanti region. Thank you very much.
Our sincere gratitude to our father, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo, for the role he's playing to make sure that he gives us all the support for all this to be going on. When we went to the bypass, as you know, when the contractors started work, there were issues of misunderstanding between the landowners and the contractor. Of course, people, though it's a greenfield, there's no road there now. The land belongs to people and families and other things. It was not clear to them whether they will be compensated. And we explained to them that by law, yes, government can take your land for the development for the country, but government must adequately compensate you. And His Royal Majesty has been mediating a lot behind the scenes to make sure that all those issues are resolved. So as of today, there's no issue that any person or any traditional ruler is saying that we shouldn't do the work. There's nothing like that. Rather, it is the responsibility of the contractors and then the consultants to make sure that the works are ongoing. He's also helping us do same on the Accra-KUMASI Expressway. About 80 kilometers of that road is within Ashanti region, and the role of His Royal Majesty is key in making sure that we can have the piece to be able to do the clearing before the final design and the construction is done. And the final one goes to yourselves, the media, for the attention you give to what we are doing. President Mahama's vision about roads is clear. It is you who actually convey those details to the public. Whatever you do to bring this to the public, we appreciate. None of the things you do in terms of focusing on us is a nuisance at all. We appreciate that. That is what it should be. And we want you to pay attention to what the contractors are doing. I'm just here for today. But you are here with the community for a long term. You do not have to be a civil engineer that if you see something obviously going wrong or the contractor has left site, you don't have to be a civil engineer to know that when the minister left, the contractor left. I don't believe this contractor will leave site anyway, but we have other projects which we are not visiting today. We want to encourage you and to pay attention to them to make sure that we meet the deadlines that the people need to get this project completed. With the big push, as I said, we don't have issues with payment to contractors. That is why I said that contractors should focus and make sure they deliver the highest standard quality of work. Almost all these projects are done by Ghanaian contractors. They are employing people. When this corridor is finished, it enhances business. This is one of the biggest business hubs in our country, a specialized business. And we believe that this project completed will actually enhance the activities of our folks down here. So we want to thank you, the media particularly, for all that you are doing to make sure that the president's vision comes to reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Work with the agencies, come up with the design, the costing, budgeting before we visit. So it is one of the projects that will be part of the next phase of things we are doing. At the moment, we want to make sure we finish these things within a reasonable time, and then we move to the next phase.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Happy when Joshua stepped in to get this done whilst we think of other things, because any delay to this would have been an automatic delay to the main project itself. So we are very grateful for the support given, and he's also helping us in other regions on Big Push. Not the biggest big push as he would have wished, but the bigger ones are on the way. What the president wants us to do is to give opportunity to grow our own internal capacity, and Joshua falls within that category of people that are capable of building anything in terms of road, in terms of capacity and quality. So we are very grateful for this. We hope that this will be completed as promised. It is not beyond the capability of the contractor, so whatever is on our part, we will do. I can see you are relocating pipes.
Yes, actually, we've done relocation for water. That's about 65% complete, and electricity is 85% complete.
I think I want to take this opportunity to encourage all contractors working in our inner cities. I know at the Swami Interchange, one of the biggest problems we had, which was put together right now, was that even Ghana Water didn't even know where their pipes were. So, but elsewhere, you and I know that when you bury things, you do as-built drawing and hand it over to the city authorities. So anybody that comes in the future needed to dig, go to the city authority, they will tell you, don't dig here, or these are where things are. I can see you are relocating very significant pipes. I think we should work with Ghana Water to do an as-built drawing that will be available to
Upon completion, yeah.
yes, urban road, and then maybe the local city authority.
Yeah.
That anybody want to do anything in the future, they will be able to locate it so that we don't damage and now need to come
Again,
and repair. So far, I think it's a good thing. We are very grateful. Maybe you want to say something. Oh no, maybe you want to say something.
By September we should be able to complete, and I think we'll stick to that so that the onward one will also continue. Thank you.
I think the outstanding
Yes,
to Santasi, we have contracted China Jew from Santasi to Sofo line.
Okay.
But from Ahonjo all the way to Dabai.
That's on the left-hand side.
On the left-hand side. We have widened, Fidaros widened the road from Dabai to Trede. So there's a constriction there that we need to widen as
So
well.
let's have a discussion about
Okay,
that.
sir.
So the wife is here. Okay, Minister.
Great. So to thank. Here used to be a refuge site. If you approach there, you see how the area looks like. Very choked and very disgusting. So I remember one of the national sanitation, they had to come here. So when we came, looked at the place, we realized that no more has to be done. So we had to call on you to see what intervention you can have for us. And thanks. I mean, you're converting such a huge refuse place into a very good road that would help ease the traffic. All the way from Anaga Junction towards here is dualized, except for this short segment. So we want to thank you for that. On the other stretch, as they mentioned, from 100 roundabout towards the 100 Malcolm on that stretch, on the left stretch, that one too will need your intervention on that. We know that from 100 towards Santasi is by JICA. So with this done, I'm sure we will be able to have these roads completed for the good use of the people. So we want to assure the people of Ashanti region and Ghana that the big push has come to push our road infrastructure to the next level. And especially with the commitment of the road minister. Anytime he is called upon, he comes. And especially when Ohene Otunfo calls him, he is always there, day, night, anytime he is always here to make sure that at least the second largest city of the country gets the roads that is deserving of us. I want to thank you. We'll be following up. They usually submit monthly reports. So now with your eyes closely monitoring, I would come here after reading the monthly reports to see whether we are meeting the timelines, so that those that are lagging behind, I can call on you to be able to intervene, so we have them completing these projects in time with the schedules that have been provided. So thank you very much for coming, and thank you for the hard work you are doing for the region and the country.
Yes, you've raised. It's in the interest of the contractors and everybody. In the past, you need to wait for the progress report to know what is going on. Today, citizens are writing the progress report on hourly basis using their phone.
Exactly.
So you cannot actually falsify data into a progress report. The people know exactly what is going on. When the contractor is there, they know. If it's not working, they know. The unpatriotic worker who has decided to make the cement bag fly over the wall, the citizens know about that one as well. So we encourage contractors to work closely with the community. They are not nuisance. They are actually helping to police and make sure that we deliver these things on schedule. So we encourage the contractors to work with, especially the stakeholders, the chiefs, the local authority, and anybody, so that we can do these things. Because this is our money being spent by our own people to improve our own condition. Joshop lives in this city as well. Yeah. He's not building this road for Otunfo. When he builds it, we all use it, including himself. Yeah. So we are roads, hospitals. Maybe school is the only one that maybe you and I, maybe if we go to get admission, we may not get any much admission these days. But hospital, roads, and water. When you are doing it, you are not doing it for somebody else. You are doing it for yourself as inclusive. So we are very grateful for the support of Joshop, and we'll give you all the support to complete this and other projects. Thank you very much.
Thank you. On board.
Oh, Charlie, that's right. Airport.
So we'll catch up in a minute. All right. Yeah, all of you.
We have any challenge. The only challenges that we are facing may be the water. If the rain becomes too much, that's why we cannot tell. But we hope that it will not stop the work. Thank you.